I, like most middle class people and otherwise general haters, I love a story making fun of rich people who have fallen on hard times. It's why this trope lends itself to a very specific subgenre of comedy. But don't let the ha fool you. ये jokes लिखने और perform करने के लिए, especially capitalism के बारे में, political, economic, all of that knowledge या life experience चाहिए. Do Ananya Pandey and team have what it takes? Hey all, my name is Sucharita. Welcome back to my channel जहाँ reviews हैं, interviews हैं, कुछ international film festivals में भी घुमा रही हूँ आपको and general cinema की बातें. Now today let's talk about Colin Dacuna's Call Me Bae, starring Ananya Pandey in the lead role, now on Prime Video India. Episode 1 of Call Me Bae starts with a voiceover that goes on for about 15 minutes, exposition dumping without a care. We see things happen that lead Bae from her riches towards a life of poverty. Writing को भरोसा नहीं है, viewers के लिए कुछ रहने दें to figure out on their own, कुछ bread crumbs डाल दें कि आगे build up कर लेंगे, ना. यहाँ plot point 1 से 2 से 3 हाथ पकड़ कर ले जाए जाते हैं. To establish that how much our protagonist is entrenched in her world of luxury, in the beginning you see things like she talking to her luxury bags, bidding them good night. A split second later, she appears in voiceover telling you about bidding her bags good night. बिना मौका दिए कि देखने वाले खुद सोच लें. और यहीं से शुरू होते हैं reflections of places Call Me Bae has inadvertently drawn inspiration from. Moira Rose talks to her wigs in Schitt's Creek. They all have individual names. However, her wigs are important to her as vestiges of an era she longs to go back to now that she's poor again. They are the only luxury she owns, awakening once again within her the young girl she once actually was when she did not have money. So beneath this simple character trait lies a whole story. There's a chasm there. Bae likes to talk to her bags. It's not weird, it's not deep, it's just Bae.
Recce, this way? Yeah, white bed? I thought ये दुनिया से eradicate हो गया था, like polio.
चलिए ये character quirk है, इसको छोड़ दें, भूल जाएं, it's small. But Bae herself is too Alexis Rose coded for one to get past easily. A necklace with her name on it might be too innocuous, that's fine. But एक और specific character trait of having an insane, unbelievable backstory from her old life, supplementing her misadventures in her new poor life is derivative. Alexis knows how to solve difficult situations because she escaped from captivity this one time or the other, or she experienced a bizarrely heightened version of this scenario that she's currently in. It's one of the most brilliant and memorable running gags through Schitt's Creek ever written in TV, I would say. There's no ignoring this show's hangover in Call Me Bae. But here's the difference. While Schitt's Creek is a masterclass in how to evolve characters from shallow to deeply human, Call Me Bae is in such a rush to tick all the boxes that it forgets to let its characters breathe. Bae, short for Bella, gets thrown out of her husband's home, very rich husband's home, because she's caught cheating on him. She finds some poor friends, she moves into a hostel, gets a job. Her life seems to revolve around luxury, superficial relationships, and the occasional crisis. In and of itself, ये बेहतरीन premise है consumerism पर satire करने के लिए. खुशियों के लिए ज़्यादा चीज़ों की ज़रूरत नहीं होती, इसका moral of the story लेकर उससे backward आके develop करने के लिए. However, director Colin Dacuna और creator Ishita Moitra काफ़ी जल्दबाजी में है to get to the points they want to make with this show. जल्दी से establish करें कि क्या हुआ, जल्दी से कुछ ride or die भी मिल जाए लड़कियाँ. यकायक एक मोटली क्रू खड़ा हो गया है, इंटरनेट पर वायरल होने का predictable subplot भी यति शीघ्र आ गया और 8 एपिसोड के अंत तक पहुँचते पहुँचते लाइफ पूरी तरह से चेंज हो गई है.
I am Bae. I'm here to slay. Seize the day.
Bae is ousted from her privileged life, and as she stands on the side of the street in the middle of the night with her Louis Vuitton bags, the visual is admittedly so bizarre, it's hilarious. But एक disconnect भी है. बेरहमी और undercooked plot points के इस्तेमाल से parents उसे घर से निकालते हैं. So while you're pondering on how you feel about her mother, played by Minnie Mathur, who objectively is not a very nice person, this character, Bae moves on from the absurdity of that situation so fast, you don't get enough time to care about it. Moments are designed thinking about how they look rather than how they feel. Even when you get flashbacks of Bae's rich life, instead of the joke being the rich are comically out of touch with reality, the only message that comes across is that Bae was always lovely and she was the perfect lady. People clap for her unironically. And as such, you are told for a long time about this one particular golden-hearted side of Bae without getting to know much else. What proceeds promisingly well, though, are the various romantic interests Bey finds herself surrounded by. It is wonderful to see Ananya Pandey flirt and kiss with abandon, not a worry in the world. Go ahead and make out with the hotties, girl. Varun Sood is the gym bro जो North Indian accent में हिंदी बोलता है और spare time में Bollywood style का techie बन जाता है. He hacks into things. It's not really very funny, but the puppy dog act works really well. Then there's Gurfateh Pirzada, a news anchor who wants to keep journalism alive. He's a man who takes himself too seriously until Bey shows up and she's like, dude, chill a little bit. Literally cooling him down by teaching him how to swim. Ananya Pandey shares crackling chemistry with this actor, and when this subplot is allowed to grow, all this little silly and stupid things like teaching him how to social media or him trusting this brand new intern to do major news reporting, they don't need to make sense anymore. This is when Call Me Bey flourishes. Its promise becomes sharper. A woman finds out who she is once she's around people who just let her be. Gurfateh's introduction shot tells us that he doesn't know how to swim, and a couple of episodes go by before he gets his first swimming lesson. When the show is not in a hurry, it settles and it works just wonderfully.
क्या आपने कभी किसी न्यूज़ चैनल में काम किया?
वैसे तो न्यूज़ चैनल्स हमारे लिए काम करते हैं, but I have studied journalism.
That's
Social
perfect.
media journalism.
What?
Unfortunately, with the female characters, Call Me Bey falls headfirst into the feminist young cool girl archetype shaped hole. ये best friend characters जो होने चाहिए empowering, but caricature से आगे unfortunately नहीं बढ़ पाते. You know, when someone is removed from their rich lives and they come to experience the normal, the humor arises from how absurd the normalness of the normals feels around the rich. Greg from Succession is funny in contrast. Lupe, the housemate from Arrested Development, adds humor because the Bluths are so unfamiliar with her culture. Jerry Maguire learns about real relationships when a single mother introduces him to a very plain life with a sister and a group of friends. The rich have to learn. The poor don't have time to cater to their needs. The struggle of daily life weighs too heavy. Here, all of Bey's new friends are Kajol from K3G. They are too eager to change her, too available to make things happen, too invested in her life way too rapidly. It doesn't help that Muskan Jaffrey and Niharika Lyra Dutt both seem to be playing their parts at an almost identical, heightened frequency. Now, there is still much to enjoy in Call Me Bey if you do sit through the show. Veer Das parodying a vile primetime news anchor is funny on like 10 different levels. There's a lovely little Faye D'Souza cameo. Lisa Mishra is also very good as primetime news producer and brings the authenticity most of the support characters tragically lack. She doesn't care for Bey. Her world doesn't change because this new being has descended amongst them. These notes feel real, they feel fresh. Oh, and also the show's funniest gag is at this TV station. A guy whose only job is to dress up in new outlandish costumes for each broadcast. It's a small bit of humor that doesn't overstay its welcome, unlike much of the show's other attempts at comedy. Everything in this show is heavily underlined. The writing is too eager to impress upon us that Bey's fall from grace is supposed to be funny. The feminist themes that could have been a powerful undercurrent are continuously undermined by forced attempts at this humor. Bey too is hard to root for, not because she's flawed, but because she's inconsistent. One moment she's a fish out of water, struggling to adapt to her new reality. The next she's giving people major life lessons. Her morals have suddenly become her only motivation. There are moments where the show almost hits its stride. A gag here, a performance there. The series might even work for you in an Emily in Paris sort of way. I've been seeing tweets from fans saying they don't remember a single character or a single plot point, but they can't wait for the next season. If nothing else, the fashion game here is on point, even if a basic understanding of social media is not. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Call Me Bey is 1600 words तो मैंने लिख दिए यहाँ पे बैठे बैठे. कमेंट्स में बताओ तुम्हें कैसा लगा शो, और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके जाना. इस वीडियो के नीचे बड़ा सा वो सफ़ेद सा बटन दिखेगा, उस पर लिखा है सब्सक्राइब. आ जाओ. माय नेम इज सुचारिता. थैंक यू फॉर स्टॉपिंग बाय.